Are you a man over 65 who started to notice a quiet shift in your most private self? Perhaps the strength isn't quite there, the sensitivity has faded, or that spark of confidence you once had in intimate moments seems to be diminishing. If you felt a sense of loss, a silent erosion of your masculinity, or even just a subtle change down there, let me assure you, you are far from alone. In my 3 decades as a professor of urology and men's health, I've sat across from countless men just like you, men who are healthy, vibrant, and still full of life, yet grappling with a hidden discomfort, a less firm response, or a diminished sensation that slowly, subtly chips away at their sense of self. It's a topic rarely discussed openly, often dismissed as just part of aging, but it impacts your confidence, your relationships, and your overall quality of life more profoundly than you might realize. But what if I told you that the answer to reclaiming that lost vitality might not lie in expensive prescriptions, invasive procedures, or embarrassing conversations? What if a simple natural oil, perhaps even something sitting unnoticed on a shelf in your very own home, held the key to unlocking renewed blood flow, dissolving stubborn tissue stiffness, and reigniting the sensation you thought was gone forever? Today, I want to pull back the curtain on an incredibly powerful, yet surprisingly overlooked, natural remedy. I'm Dr. Laura, and for over 30 years, I've dedicated my career to helping men restore their intimate health, blending the best of cutting-edge science with the wisdom of natural healing methods. And in this video, I'm excited to share a solution that has quietly, yet profoundly, helped countless men regain not just function, but also confidence and comfort, all without the need for pills, injections, or the awkwardness you might dread. The core benefits of castor oil for men over 65. You might be wondering, castor oil? For that, it sounds unconventional, perhaps even too simple, but let me assure you, the science behind its benefits is robust, and the transformative results I've witnessed in my clinic are truly undeniable. This humble natural oil, when applied correctly, is a powerhouse of therapeutic properties. It has the remarkable ability to improve local blood flow, gently dissolve tissue stiffness, powerfully reduce inflammation, actively restore nerve sensation, and robustly protect aging skin, all working in synergy to rejuvenate your most private areas. In the coming minutes, I'll walk you through each of these 5 profound benefits in detail, backed by clinical observations and the underlying biology. Then, and perhaps most crucially, I'll show you the exact step-by-step method to use it safely and effectively, including the one vital step most men miss. This information is often never shared by conventional doctors, yet it holds immense potential. So let's dive deep into why castor oil is a game-changer for men over 65. Benefit 1. Naturally boosting blood flow to the private area. The first and most immediate benefit you may notice from consistent castor oil application is its remarkable ability to naturally enhance blood flow to your private region. For men, healthy circulation is the bedrock of intimate vitality. Without strong, unhindered blood flow, everything from the firmness of your erections to the intensity of your sensation begins to fade, slowly, almost imperceptibly at first. I vividly recall my patient, Robert, a lively 67-year-old retired engineer. He sat across from me in my office, his gaze fixed on his hands, and quietly confessed, "Doc, it just doesn't work the way it used to." It's not about desire. The desire is still there. It's about function. It's about that vital sense of aliveness, that spontaneous response, that inner confidence every man feels when things are working as they should. For Robert, and for so many men I've seen, this decline wasn't a sudden event. It was a gradual encroachment, so subtle that he didn't fully grasp how much he'd lost until it began to impact his self-perception and his comfort in intimate situations. The biological reality is that after age 60, our bodies undergo significant changes. Our arteries, once flexible and resilient, tend to become stiffer. Our intricate network of tiny blood vessels can narrow, and critically, the levels of nitric oxide, a crucial molecule responsible for signaling blood vessels to relax and widen, naturally decline. These are the quiet, often unseen, culprits that progressively reduce circulation to your most sensitive areas, leading to weaker intimate responses, a slower ability to achieve firmness, or for some, no response at all. This is precisely where castor oil makes a profound difference. This thick, golden oil is incredibly rich in a unique fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. Scientific studies and clinical observations have consistently shown that ricinoleic acid possesses potent vasodilatory properties. When gently massaged into the skin, particularly in the pubic and penile areas, it stimulates local blood flow by encouraging these tiny, often sluggish or restricted, blood vessels to widen. This widening allows for a greater influx of oxygen-rich blood, precisely to the areas that need it most. Many of my patients report a distinct, soothing warmth within minutes of application, a clear indicator that microcirculation is actively returning. Over time, this consistent improvement in blood flow can help restore natural nighttime and spontaneous intimate responses, significantly increase sensation, and most importantly, bring back that quiet, foundational confidence that every man deserves to feel, regardless of age. Robert, for instance, began incorporating castor oil into his routine, applying it diligently 3 nights a week. Within a mere month, he returned to my office, not with a lament, but with a quiet, knowing smile. "Something is definitely shifting, Dr. Laura," he shared, his eyes brighter. "It feels like my body is remembering what it's supposed to do." That's not a miracle. That's biology responding intelligently to the right kind of supportive care. And now that we understand how circulation can dramatically improve, let's go even deeper, because many men over 65 are experiencing something they don't even realize they have. Something that silently limits blood flow, causes discomfort, and can even change the very shape of their male anatomy. Let's talk about that next. Benefit 2. Breaking down internal tissue stiffness and unwanted buildup. Not long ago, I saw Daniel, a distinguished 71-year-old retired military veteran. He entered my office visibly frustrated, confused, and to be frank, deeply embarrassed. "Dr. Laura," he began, his voice strained. "Something is just off. The curves now. Feels tight. I don't know what's happening." Like countless men his age, Daniel had unknowingly developed internal tissue stiffness within the shaft of his private area, a condition often medically referred to as Peyronie's disease, or simply internal fibrous plaque. It's a condition that frequently goes undiagnosed and unaddressed, largely because men are reluctant to discuss such intimate issues, even with their doctors. Yet, it's far more common than people imagine, especially in men over 65. Years of minor microtraumas, repetitive actions, sometimes even from seemingly harmless daily activities, unresolved minor concerns, or even persistent low-grade inflammation can lead to the slow, insidious accumulation of excess collagen, a kind of internal scarring or fibrosis, forming what we call plaque. This tissue stiffness isn't always visibly obvious from the outside, but internally, it can create a noticeable pulling sensation, a disconcerting bending or curvature during erection, or even a feeling that your private area has somehow shortened or lost volume. What Daniel was experiencing, and what countless other men describe, are symptoms that make intimacy uncomfortable, often painful, and profoundly erode confidence quietly over time. This is precisely where castor oil truly shines and can make a remarkable difference. Castor oil boasts a long and well-documented history in natural wellness traditions for its ability to address fibrous tissue and adhesions. Its active compound, ricinoleic acid, possesses a unique molecular structure that allows it to penetrate deeply through the skin layers into the underlying tissue. When massaged regularly and consistently over the affected area, castor oil acts as a gentle yet persistent assistant to your body's natural healing mechanisms. It helps to gradually soften hardened collagen deposits and supports the body's intrinsic ability to break down and remodel this fibrotic tissue over time. In Daniel's case, I guided him to apply the oil 3 to 4 nights a week, combining it with gentle warmth. After approximately 6 weeks, he returned with a renewed sense of hope. "Doc," he shared, a genuine relief in his voice, "it's straighter. It's more comfortable. I feel like I'm getting control back over my own body." That profound feeling of regaining something you genuinely feared was permanently lost is deeply empowering. It speaks to the body's innate capacity for healing when given the right tools. But we're not done yet. Because while addressing tissue stiffness is absolutely critical, there's another insidious, quiet factor that profoundly impacts performance, sensation, and overall comfort for older men. Something that often starts small but can subtly spread throughout the entire pelvic region if left unchecked. And the surprising truth is, castor oil helps fight this one too. Benefit 3. Reducing chronic inflammation. One of the most profoundly overlooked issues I encounter in men over 65 is the widespread presence of low-grade chronic inflammation in the private and pelvic areas. This isn't always a dramatic, obvious pain or swelling. Sometimes it manifests as a subtle, persistent burning sensation. Other times it's a feeling of inexplicable tightness, a vague ache, or that disheartening sinking feeling that things are simply diminishing or becoming less responsive. I recall a patient named Michael, a thoughtful 66-year-old former teacher, who perfectly articulated this quiet struggle. He described it this way: "It just feels like my body is pulling back, Dr. Laura. Like everything's getting smaller, stiffer, and more uncomfortable. But I can't quite pinpoint why." Inflammation in its acute form is the body's essential natural response to injury, infection, or stress, a vital part of the healing process. However, when it becomes chronic, a low-level smoldering fire, especially within the sensitive and delicate structures of the male private area, it does far more harm than good. Chronic inflammation silently interferes with healthy blood flow, significantly limits tissue flexibility, accelerates the breakdown and degradation of healthy tissue, and actively blocks proper healing processes. Tragically, many men live with this persistent, quiet inflammation for years, never truly understanding what's causing their discomfort or realizing that a simple, natural, and accessible way to address it exists. This is where castor oil reveals itself as a truly remarkable anti-inflammatory agent. The ricinoleic acid it contains has been extensively studied for its powerful ability to reduce discomfort, alleviate swelling, and mitigate cellular stress in deep tissues. When applied externally to the skin, it doesn't merely sit on the surface like some topical creams. It is readily absorbed, penetrating deep into the dermal and subdermal layers, where it actively calms inflamed tissue and robustly supports your body's intrinsic ability to repair itself at a cellular level. Over time, this consistent reduction in inflammation can profoundly restore comfort, significantly improve flexibility, and even help to reverse some of the tissue stiffening and discomfort that so often accompanies aging. Michael, following my guidance, began applying castor oil regularly, specifically incorporating light warmth just before bed. After only 3 weeks, his update was profound. "I'm not just more comfortable, Dr. Laura," he exclaimed. "I feel like my body is opening up again. The tightness is gone and I just feel lighter." And that, my friends, is precisely what should happen. When the persistent burden of inflammation is lifted, the body is finally given the opportunity it desperately needs for true healing to commence. And when healing begins, your body naturally starts moving back towards its optimal, healthy, and vibrant state. But there's more to this story. Because healing isn't just about tissue and physical function, it's profoundly about sensation. And for many older men, the one thing they miss the most isn't just firmness or shape. It's that deep, vital connection, the pleasure, the rich sensation, the intimacy. So how do we bring that back? Let me show you. Benefit 4. Restoring nerve sensation. There's something many men over 65 won't articulate aloud, not even to their closest friends or sometimes even their doctors. It's not just about struggling to achieve or maintain an intimate response. It's that when things do happen, the experience itself doesn't feel the same. That vital spark, that profound sensation, that deep, resonant sense of connection, they'll tell you, it's just not there anymore. One of my most poignant conversations was with Larry, a sensitive and articulate 70-year-old. He sat with me, tears welling in his eyes as he confided, "Dr. Laura, I can still perform technically, but I don't feel it the way I used to. It's like my body is going through the motions, but my heart, my senses aren't in it. I miss feeling something." That powerful confession struck a deep chord with me because I know exactly what he meant. And I know with absolute certainty that he is not alone in that experience. As men age, the microscopic nerve endings responsible for pleasure, arousal, and the intricate dance of excitement can begin to dull. This nerve desensitization can be attributed to a confluence of factors: reduced circulation, chronic inflammation, which we just discussed, subtle hormonal shifts, and even certain medications can all impact the delicate, intricate nerve networks surrounding the private area. When these essential nerves stop activating and transmitting signals with the same vibrancy they once did, men often describe their intimate experiences as numb, disconnected, or even emotionally flat, a profound disconnect between physical action and felt sensation. But here's the powerful truth. There is hope. One of the lesser known, yet incredibly significant, benefits of castor oil is its remarkable ability to support nerve repair and regeneration. It has been extensively studied for its potential use in various conditions involving impacted, irritated, or compromised nerves. When applied regularly and consistently to the groin area, particularly with the gentle warmth I recommend, it appears to create an optimal physiological environment for nerve activity to improve. The synergistic benefits, the warmth itself, the boost in circulation, and the significant reduction in inflammation, all contribute to nurturing this delicate nerve ecosystem, allowing the nerves to begin waking back up and restoring the sensation that may have faded with time. Larry, after our conversation, committed to my recommendation: nightly castor oil application combined with light warmth as a consistent ritual. After a month, he leaned forward, a hushed reverence in his voice, and whispered, "I can feel again, Dr. Laura. It's subtle, but it's definitely coming back. And I feel more like myself." That, my friends, is a truly powerful and transformative moment when sensation returns. Not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically too. Because this part of your body is far more than mere tissue and function. It's intricately tied to your sense of identity, your capacity for connection, and your deepest sense of joy. Now, while restoring sensation is a major breakthrough, there's one more crucial layer we cannot and must not ignore. Because even if blood flow improves and nerves come alive again, none of it matters if the very skin itself is weak, dry, or compromised. Let's talk about that next. Benefit 5. Protecting and rejuvenating aging skin. As men age, our conversations about health often revolve around muscle loss, energy dips, or even vital hormone decline. However, one critically overlooked aspect that affects nearly every man past 65 is the health of their skin. Specifically the skin in the most private, sensitive, and often neglected part of your body. I distinctly recall a gentleman named Frank, a spry 73-year-old, who shared a common yet rarely voiced concern. "The skin down there," he explained, his voice hushed. "It feels thinner, drier. Sometimes it even cracks if I'm not careful. It just doesn't feel resilient." And he wasn't exaggerating. As vital hormone levels naturally decline with age, and as the skin intrinsically loses its precious collagen, elastin, and natural moisture, it undeniably becomes more fragile, especially in areas that are not typically cared for with intention. Dryness, persistent itching, and noticeable flaking are far more than just minor annoyances. They can lead to microscopic tears, causing significant discomfort, making intimacy painful or undesirable, and exposing the delicate underlying tissue to irritation or even minor impact. For many older men, this hidden skin vulnerability is the unspoken reason why they begin subtly avoiding touch or gradually lose confidence during intimate moments. Because when the skin no longer feels robust, strong, or responsive, it sends a quiet, yet persistent message to the brain that something is aging faster than it should, impacting their overall sense of well-being. This is yet another area where castor oil truly shines, living up to its reputation as a traditional healer. It is an incredibly nourishing oil, thick, rich, and profoundly hydrating. Unlike many lotions or creams that merely sit on the surface or evaporate within minutes, castor oil boasts an exceptional ability to penetrate deeply into the skin layers. Once absorbed, it effectively locks in moisture, creating a protective, semi-occlusive barrier that exquisitely surrounds and safeguards your most sensitive nerves and blood vessels. Think of it as providing your delicate skin with a natural, breathable armor, but without any sense of heaviness or stickiness, just a smooth, naturally supportive layer. Frank began incorporating it into his evening routine, applying it a few nights a week before bed. There was no complex ritual, no heat required, just a gentle massage and a moment of intentional self-care. Within a few weeks, his demeanor shifted noticeably. "It feels stronger," he reported, a genuine sense of relief in his voice. "More resilient. I'm not worried about tearing anymore." And that, my friends, is the fundamental key. When the skin is healthy, vibrant, and protected, the entire intricate system functions better. Nerves are better shielded, blood vessels retain their flexibility, and most profoundly, that quiet, foundational confidence returns. But of course, none of these remarkable benefits happen merely by accident. The way you apply castor oil, the when, the where, and the how makes all the difference. And if you skip just one crucial step, you might inadvertently miss out on the full spectrum of healing it can truly offer. So, let me show you exactly how to use it the right way. The right way, your ritual for rejuvenation. Now that you have a comprehensive understanding of the powerful, multifaceted benefits castor oil can offer, from enhancing blood flow and softening tissue stiffness to reducing inflammation, restoring vital sensation, and promoting healthier, more resilient skin, let's talk about the practical application. This is where most men, eager to try a new solution, sometimes go astray. They hear about the benefits, perhaps they even acquire a bottle and try it once or twice, but without the precise, correct method, they don't witness the profound results they anticipate, and regrettably, they give up prematurely. But remember, genuine healing is not a matter of guesswork or quick fixes. It blossoms through deliberate care, unwavering consistency, and doing things precisely the right way. When I first recommended castor oil to my patient, Gerald, a lively 69-year-old, he was understandably skeptical. "You want me to put what? Where?" he asked, a brow raised in disbelief. But once I meticulously walked him through the process, step by step, he decided to give it a sincere shot. A few weeks later, he returned to my office with a quiet, knowing grin spreading across his face. "Dr. Laura," he reported, "it's not just working. I actually look forward to doing it. It's become a part of my evening. Here's the exact proven protocol I guide my patients through, distilled for your understanding. Source pure, cold-pressed castor oil. This is non-negotiable. Always use 100% pure, unrefined, cold-pressed castor oil. Avoid anything that is refined, contains additives, fragrances, or artificial colors. The purity ensures you're getting the full, unadulterated therapeutic benefits. Look for bottles that explicitly state cold-pressed and hexane-free. Gentle warming is key. Before application, slightly warm the oil. You can achieve this easily by rubbing a small amount between your palms for about 30 seconds, allowing your body heat to gently warm it. Alternatively, for a slightly larger quantity, you can place the bottle, securely capped, in a cup of warm, not hot, water for a few minutes. The warmth helps the oil become more fluid and enhances its absorption into the deeper tissue layers. Mindful massage and application. Gently massage the warmed oil into the entire shaft, the base, and the surrounding pubic area. Focus on the skin and underlying tissue. The duration is important. Aim for a mindful 3 to 5 minutes, ideally just before bed. Use slow, deliberate circular motions. The emphasis here is not on applying strong pressure, but on presence, truly connecting with your body and allowing the oil to penetrate. This isn't about fixing in a mechanical sense. It's about giving your body the nourishing ingredients and gentle stimulation it needs to heal itself naturally. The crucial warmth compress, the step most men miss. After massaging the oil, this is the one critical step that significantly amplifies its effectiveness and that many men overlook. If possible, immediately apply a warm towel or a low-heat compress to the area for 15 to 20 minutes. You can warm a hand towel in warm water and wring it out, or use a gentle heating pad on its lowest setting. This sustained warmth drastically helps the oil absorb more deeply into the tissue, where it can exert its full therapeutic effects. It also further boosts local blood flow, creating a synergistic healing environment. Do not rush this step. Give your body the time and space to truly receive this nourishing care. Consistency is your ally. True healing, particularly for long-standing issues, demands consistency. 3 to 4 nights a week is an excellent starting point, and often enough to begin noticing subtle but profoundly real changes within a few weeks to a month. Gerald, my patient, stayed committed to this ritual. Over time, he not only observed significant improvements in firmness and sensation, but he shared something even more profound with me. "It's become a ritual," he told me, a thoughtful look on his face. "I feel more in tune with myself. It's not just about a physical change, it's about a connection. That, my friends, is the true victory. Because when healing becomes a consistent, mindful part of your daily rhythm, your body responds in powerful, often surprising ways. And now that you know precisely how to do it the right way, let me leave you with something even more important: the profound emotional truth behind all of this. Because this isn't just about healing the body, it's about reclaiming something far, far deeper. Let's talk about that. The emotional truth. reclaiming your whole self. I have had the profound privilege of working closely with men for over 3 decades, witnessing their struggles and celebrating their triumphs. And if there is one overarching truth I have learned in that time, it is this: what most men truly yearn for isn't merely physical performance. It is deeply rooted in connection. It is about unwavering confidence. It is about simply feeling like themselves again. Feeling strong, feeling vibrantly alive, feeling capable in all aspects of their being. And when something begins to shift in that most private and sensitive part of their body, whether it's the firmness of their intimate responses, the loss of sensation, a change in curvature, an unsettling tightness, or even a subtle emotional distance from their own physicality, it can profoundly shake their very identity in ways they often feel unable to articulate or share. That is precisely why I believe so passionately in sharing natural, safe, and often overlooked tools like castor oil. Because sometimes the most profound healing doesn't come from complex prescriptions or invasive surgical procedures. Sometimes it comes from the simple yet powerful act of slowing down, truly listening to your body's subtle cues, and intentionally giving it what it so desperately needs to come back to life, to regenerate, and to thrive once more. So if you are a man over 65 who has been feeling these quiet, persistent changes, whether it manifests as less firm intimate responses, a noticeable loss of sensation, an unwelcome curvature, an unsettling tightness, or even an emotional detachment from your own body, please know this profound truth: you are not broken. You are not alone. And there are genuinely effective, accessible things you can do to reclaim your vitality. Castor oil, while not magic, is undeniably powerful. It can serve as a compassionate catalyst to help restore robust blood flow, gently address hidden tissue stiffness and fibrosis, powerfully reduce chronic inflammation, revive dormant nerve sensation, and diligently protect your aging, delicate skin. And when used correctly with unwavering patience and consistent dedication, it transcends being merely a remedy. It evolves into a quiet, yet incredibly profound, ritual of reclaiming your inherent strength, your self-respect, and your deepest sense of masculine vitality. I have witnessed its transformative power in countless real lives. I have seen men walk into my clinic feeling utterly discouraged, their shoulders slumped with the weight of silent frustration, only to walk out weeks later with a renewed spring in their step and a tangible hope shining in their eyes. And I have seen time and time again how something as beautifully simple as dedicating a few minutes to mindful self-care, done regularly and with intention, can restore not just physical function, but also a profound sense of self-respect, quiet dignity, and a deeper, more joyful connection to oneself and to others. So wherever you are on your unique journey, please just know that it is absolutely not too late. Your body still possesses an incredible innate capacity to listen, your intricate system still retains its remarkable ability to respond, and you, my dear friend, still unequivocally deserve to feel profoundly good, completely whole, and vibrantly alive in every fiber of your being. Thank you for spending this valuable time with me. And if this message resonated deeply with you, I implore you, take that very first empowering step tonight. Because true healing, true reclamation of self, genuinely begins with decisive action. And you, without a doubt, are ready. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. Your engagement genuinely helps more men discover natural, empowering solutions just like this one. Consider sharing it with a friend, a brother, or someone you deeply care about who may be quietly struggling, but hasn't yet found the answers they desperately seek. And if you have any questions, personal experiences to share, or remarkable results you'd like to celebrate, please leave a comment below. I personally read every single one, and your story, your testimony, could be the beacon of hope that helps another man feel immeasurably less alone on his journey. If you'd like to support this channel and help me continue creating honest, research-backed, and truly empowering content specifically for men over 65, please consider making a small donation using the link in the description. Every single contribution, no matter how modest, goes directly toward making this vital mission stronger and reaching more men who need it. Your support means more than you know. So remember to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and stay connected. This is about more than just health. It's about reclaiming your inherent strength and vitality. And you, my friend, are an integral part of that powerful movement. Thank you.